We continue to track the story of Justice Yashwant Varma, the Delhi High Court judge at whose house a fire broke out and that allegedly led to unaccounted cash pile being found. It's been about 7 to 8 days since this story came out and about 2 weeks since that fire incident at Justice Varma's residence in New Delhi. We've got you multiple reports including an editorial by our managing editor Sujit Nair where we focus on the chronology of events at Justice Varma's house, what really happened and most importantly, the unanswered questions in this case and how this incident is a big dent on the credibility of the judiciary. Do watch these videos if you haven't already. Meanwhile, the in-house probe ordered by the Supreme Court of India against Justice Yashwant Varma has been expedited. Reports say the three-member committee plans to submit its report in the case within a week. The three judges have already visited Justice Varma's residence in New Delhi and currently it is in the process of speaking to different people involved in this case, right from the firefighters and cops who showed up once they were alerted about the fire, to of course Justice Varma himself. Now, for the record, Justice Varma has already told Delhi High Court Chief Justice D.K. Upadhyay that none of the allegations against him are true and that this case is a conspiracy to malign him. The issue, though, has still not died down. The Modi government has approved the Supreme Court's proposal to transfer Justice Varma from Delhi High Court to the Allahabad High Court, which is his parent High Court or the place where he first became judge. The Congress party has demanded a statement from the Union Law Minister in Parliament. Senior Congress leader Manish Tiwari raised concerns on this case and what it means for the judiciary. Bar associations across the country are up in arms, demanding a halt to Justice Varma's transfer to the Allahabad High Court, and they are urging for some concrete action to be taken against the judge. Today, a plea came up which demanded an FIR against Justice Yashwant Varma, and the Supreme Court had made some observations in this regard. Hello and welcome, I'm Shubham Chauhan. Let's get started. The Supreme Court of India today refused to entertain a plea seeking an FIR against High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Varma. The public interest litigation or PIL was filed by Advocate Matthews Nirampara. A bench of Justices Abhay S. Oka and Ujjal Bhuyan heard the PIL today. The apex court said that the petition or this PIL was premature because an in-house inquiry is already ongoing against Justice Yashwant Varma. It added that if the committee concludes that there is something wrong, then law will take its course. The bench was quoted saying, "We have seen the prayers. After the in-house inquiry is over, several options are open. CJI can direct the register of the FIR or refer the matter to the Parliament after examining the report. Today, it is not the time to consider this petition. After the in-house report, all options are open. The petition is premature." The petitioner said that the in-house committee could not carry out the investigation and that it should be the police who should be doing it instead. Advocate Nirampara also questioned why no seizure note was made promptly, which ideally would have highlighted this alleged discovery of cash in the storeroom of the residence of Justice Yashwant Varma. The Supreme Court, however, reiterated that this was not the stage to interfere in the case and that the petitioner should wait till the in-house inquiry is complete. The PIL had also challenged an earlier Supreme Court judgment. This was the K. Veeraswamy case of 1991. In that ruling, the Supreme Court said that no criminal proceedings could be initiated against a High Court or Supreme Court judge, a sitting High Court or Supreme Court judge, without the prior approval of the Chief Justice of India. Today, the apex court said that in the context of Justice Varma's case, it does not deem it necessary to revisit that judgment, and hence the PIL was disposed of. In fact, hours before this hearing began in the Supreme Court, something else happened in the Delhi High Court, where in fact Justice Varma was judge until recently. A man in civilian clothes showed up in front of Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, D.K. Upadhyay. The man said he wants an investigation into the Justice Varma case. He said he had approached the Central Board for Direct Taxes with his grievance and this body did not resolve it and hence he wanted the Delhi High Court to take suo motu action. Chief Justice Upadhyay said taking suo motu action is up to the court and no one else can direct the court on the same. The man who showed up at the Delhi High Court in front of the Chief Justice was quoted saying, "I don't want 100 judges to be maligned. If necessary, I will file a public interest litigation." And then he just left the courtroom. Meanwhile, the storeroom at Justice Varma's house where this fire broke out and led to the alleged discovery of cash pile was finally sealed by the Delhi police on Wednesday, 12 days after the fire. Remember, the Supreme Court had made a video of this blaze inside the storeroom public. This video showed some piles of cash being burnt as well. Cops have accessed the CCTV footage from Justice Varma's residence. The Times of India reported this morning that initial analysis shows no unauthorized entry at the concerned storeroom following the fire. Apparently, entry and exit points at the judge's residence could not be captured properly because several cameras were not pointing to the gate, so the entry exits could not be captured properly. Now, one of the key questions in this case is this: how much cash was exactly found? How much of it was gutted in the fire? The Times of India quotes a source saying that only a portion of the cash was burned. Then, that begs the question, what about the remaining cash? Where did that go? And who tried to clean this mess up? The mobile phones of first responders, including firefighters and cops, have been seized. All messages and contents are being examined to check for any sort of wrongdoing. And this also includes the angle involving a woman. Apparently, a mystery woman showed up in a car at Justice Varma's residence after the fire was doused on the 14th of March late night. Reports say this mystery woman, managed to get access to the storeroom after talking to officials pretty sweetly. Now, there's no clarity on who this woman was and what exactly transpired, but a few mid-level cops would be quizzed in this regard. Delhi Fire Services Chief Atul Garg has been already examined by the in-house committee, and Garg is the same person whose contradictory statements earlier had raised suspicions. Once this story of alleged cash being found at Justice Varma's residence broke out, PTI quoted Garg saying that the firefighters did not find any cash in the storeroom at Justice Varma's house. Hours later, Garg clarified that he made no such comments. And this is something that he's also believed to have told the in-house committee, that he never made a comment in the media where he said that no cash was found. Also, Justice Varma, the man at the center of it all, is also expected to depose before the committee after he consulted some lawyers earlier this week to fine-tune his defense in this case. Moving on to other developments in the case, the centre has approved the transfer of Justice Yashwant Varma from the Delhi High Court to the Allahabad High Court. In an official notification put out, the Union Law Ministry has ordered Justice Varma to take charge at the High Court office over there. Now, this comes amidst a strong pushback from the bar associations. Yesterday, that is Thursday, representatives from 6 High Court bar associations had met the Supreme Court Collegium. A list of 4 demands was put forth, including halting the transfer of Justice Varma and starting a criminal probe against him. Anil Tiwari, the president of the Allahabad High Court Bar Association, said that the collegium, which is led by Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna, gave them a patient hearing and said they would consider their demands. And today, of course, like I said, the centre has already approved this proposal by the Supreme Court to transfer him to the Allahabad High Court. Now, the Allahabad High Court Bar Association has been at the forefront of protesting against this very transfer of Justice Varma. Earlier, it had written a detailed note saying that their court is on a trash bin. The association vehemently opposes any corrupt people being sent to their court. In fact, thousands of bar members in Allahabad are protesting this move with an indefinite strike which began on Tuesday morning. All eyes now will be on Justice Varma and when he takes up office at the Allahabad High Court. And more importantly, the report by the in-house committee that would decide the future of Justice Yashwant Varma in the Indian judiciary. That's all we have for this report. Thanks for watching.